Hey everybody, Glorious Big Beard here. Gonna showcase Volatile Undead, the Hellraiser done right. We're gonna go ahead and jump in here and go look for Katava. This is a Mind Over Matter build, and you can see I have Warlord's Mark with Blasphemy. Go ahead and get this guy out here. Now what I'm doing is, what I'm doing different than the other people, is they're using Cascade on Desecration. I'm not doing that. I'm using cluster traps. I'm summoning literally 27 to 33 corpses all at once. That's a lot of ammo. I'm also using the Sunblast belt to reduce the trigger time. They trigger at the end of their duration. And I'll kill this guy real quick. Didn't need to. I'm also using cheap construction to reduce it even further and allow me to put out more traps. This is consuming corpses, giving me about 10% of my life back every second. My Volatile Dead has Spell Echo, so I'm casting it twice in the same amount of time that others would be casting it with the Cascade. But I'm also using Cascade. So I can put these things out quite fast. Let's see, the rooftop should be up here somewhere. So the Desecration itself, I've got so many mods that reduce the damage. The AoE Caustic Cloud doesn't actually do any damage. The last time I looked at it, it was like 2 damage a second. No, that's my Devouring Totem. Where is it? Here it is. 1.19 damage per second. That's cast per second. I guess it's not going to tell me how much damage it is. Who cares? That's not why it's there. It's there to produce ammo for my other spells. Cluster traps, cheap construction, I've also added, you see this little volcano there, I've also added cast on stun and cremation. A little extra AoE damage when things get rough. I'm actually quite happy with the build so far. I will be buying a Highborn staff as soon as I can afford it. Their cheap ones are going for about 20 chaos. This is a Witch Elemental, not a Templar, and not a Shadow. Now with the Shadow, I could have triggered my traps twice. 2 triggers per trap for even more ammo, but I went with the Witch Elementalist. Her Ascendancy skills will net me 230% additional fire damage with the Volatile Dead. Socketed bone armor. I don't need that, but I might get a chaos out of it for someone else. Put out my devouring totem. Gonna watch that mana. I'm using mind over matter. Well, I've got some pretty good stay power. I'm doing great damage. Oh, one more thing I should note. Check it out. 3 Dragons Mask. My fire damage shocks. So the way the shock mechanic works is it's based on milliseconds of effect. Each 1% of the target's total life that you do in a single hit is 60 milliseconds of effect. If you get over 300 milliseconds, you have the ability to shock your enemy. If you can't reach 300 milliseconds, even with a crit, you won't get a shock effect. So that applies to like bosses with high hit points. If you can't reach the 300 milliseconds, even a crit won't shock. But for the trash mobs, that is no problem. I'm gonna get shocks as often as my chance to shock will allow. I've reduced my crit chance to increase my fire damage. I'm not really too interested in making a crit build out of this. I may add chance to shock with some jewels in my Ascendancy tree. Now, if I can modify my chance to shock by 50%, then I reduce the 300 milliseconds down, the effect that is part of the mechanics. I will be getting 90 milliseconds per 1% of life. It means on a big boss, I only have to do 3.3% of the boss's total damage to shock him. The amount of damage bonus is based also on how much damage you do with the shock, with the skill that shocks. In my case, it's Volatile Undead. We should be just about there. I'll go ahead and do a Katava fight. Hopefully I don't die 9 times. I have 1,000 hit points. Very good chance that I'm going to die 9 times. Watch out for that. this guy's on me. He's still a bit dangerous. I gotta be careful not to let him get too close to me. Oh! Thought I was off to the edge of that. Slight miscalculation. Death number 1. And, oh, almost ran right into it again. Not getting my timing right on those. Ah! Thank you, evasion. Death number 2. No. Missed me. That's the 3rd one. Did I die? I didn't get any loot. Alright, fine. Alright, boys and girls. Volatile Undead done right. Love ya. Check out my other videos. Keep an eye on me. I'm doing a stream all throughout the leveling process. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Let me know what I can do better. And catch y'all later.